The Little Princess Who Painted the Sky Pink. In a kingdom where the clouds looked like soft pillows and the stars twinkled like tiny lanterns, there lived a little princess named Lila. Princess Lila was not like other princesses who loved grand balls and shiny crowns. Instead, she loved colors. She loved the golden glow of the morning sun, the deep blue of the lake, the emerald green of the palace gardens, and most of all, she loved pink. Soft pink like cherry blossoms, bright pink like blooming roses, glittery pink like fairy wings. And more than anything, Princess Lila loved painting. Every morning after her lessons, she would run to her favorite place in the palace, the Rainbow Room. The Rainbow Room was a magical art studio where jars of paint floated gently in the air. Brushes danced by themselves. And whenever Lila painted, her creations shimmered with a tiny bit of magic. Her teacher, Miss Willow, always reminded her gently,
"Lila, remember magic and colors are powerful. We must use them carefully."
Lila would nod seriously. But inside, her heart bubbled with excitement. Because to her, colors weren't just colors. They were feelings. One afternoon, the sky outside was a pale, quiet blue. Too quiet, too plain. Lila sat by the window, resting her chin on her hands.
"I wish the sky could be happier,"
she murmured. She looked at her paints. Pink, bright, cheerful, warm pink.
"What if?"
she whispered. Then she shook her head.
"No, Miss Willow said not to use magic carelessly."
But the thought didn't leave her. What if the sky were pink? Would the whole kingdom feel happier? Would people smile more? Would the birds sing louder? Lila's fingers twitched with curiosity. Just a tiny bit, she thought. Just a little. No one will even notice. The magical paint. She tiptoed over to a glowing jar, labeled Sky Colors. Handle with care. Inside, the paint shimmered like liquid light. Lila dipped her brush in just a tiny bit. The brush sparkled. Her heart thumped.
"This is just an experiment,"
she whispered. She climbed onto the window seat, leaned out slightly, and very carefully, she painted a small stroke across the sky. At first, nothing happened. Then, the brushstroke shimmered. And slowly, very slowly, the pale blue sky began to blush. Light pink spread across the clouds. Then deeper pink. Then brighter, warmer pink. Lila's eyes grew wide.
"How?"
The color didn't stop. It stretched further and further and further across the entire sky. A pink surprise. Within minutes, the whole sky turned pink. Not just soft pink, but bright, glowing, bubblegum pink. The clouds looked like giant cotton candy. The sun shone through like a rosy lantern. The kingdom below paused. People looked up.
"What happened to the sky?"
A baker asked.
"Is it sunset already?"
Wondered a child. Birds tilted their heads in confusion. Even the palace guards blinked at the sky. Princess Lila stared. Her heart sank.
"Oh no, I didn't mean to paint all of it."
When pink is too much, at first it felt magical. Children giggled and pointed.
"It's like a fairy world." world.
They laughed. But soon, things began to feel strange. The farmers couldn't tell if it was morning or evening. The flowers closed too early. The birds got confused and flew in the wrong direction. And the animals? They grew restless. A little bunny thumped nervously. A kitten meowed, unsure when to nap. Even the royal clock tower chimed at the wrong times. Inside the palace, Miss Willow looked out the window and gasped.
Oh dear.
She turned.
Lila?
The little princess's worry. Lila sat quietly in the rainbow room, holding her paintbrush. Her shoulders drooped. When Miss Willow entered, Lila didn't look up.
I think I made a mistake.
Lila said softly. Miss Willow knelt beside her.
Did you paint the sky, my dear?
Lila nodded.
I just wanted it to be happier.
Miss Willow's voice was gentle.
I understand. But sometimes even beautiful things can cause trouble if they are too much, or used at the wrong time.
Lila's eyes filled with tears.
I didn't think about the animals or the people. I only thought about what I like.
Miss Willow smiled softly.
That's how we learn.
Fixing the sky. Lila sniffled and wiped her eyes.
Can I fix it?
Miss Willow nodded.
Of course. Magic is not just about creating, it's also about correcting.
Lila took a deep breath. She stood up, walked to the glowing paint jars again, and this time, she didn't rush. She thought.
What color should the sky be?
She asked. Miss Willow smiled.
What do you think the world needs right now?
Lila looked outside. The confused birds, the sleepy flowers, the worried people. She closed her eyes.
Blue, calm, gentle blue.
She said softly. A careful brushstroke. Lila dipped her brush into the soft blue paint. This time, she didn't lean out carelessly. She stood steady, focused, careful. She painted one small stroke across the sky. The blue shimmered, and slowly, the pink began to fade. Not all at once, but gently, softly, like a story coming to a peaceful end. Pink melted into lavender, lavender into pale violet, then into light blue, and finally, the sky returned to its calm, clear blue. Balance! The birds chirped happily again. The flowers opened. The animals settled. The kingdom breathed a sigh of relief. Lila watched quietly.
It looks right.
She said. Miss Willow nodded.
Yes, sometimes the right thing isn't the brightest or the most exciting. It's the one that helps everyone feel safe and balanced.
Lila held her brush close.
I think I understand now.
A little pink stays. Just as Lila was about to put her brush away, she paused. She looked at Miss Willow.
Can I keep just a little bit of pink?
Miss Willow raised an eyebrow playfully.
How little?
Lila smiled.
Very little.
She dipped her brush in the pink paint again. But this time, she waited. She watched the sky. And when evening came, when the sun began to set, she gently added a soft pink glow along the horizon. The sky turned into a beautiful sunset. Pink and orange and gold, blending together. Not too much, just enough. Miss Willow smiled warmly.
That is perfect.
The lesson of the sky. That night, as Lila lay in her bed, she looked out the window. The stars sparkled. The sky was deep and peaceful. And near the edge of the horizon, a gentle blush of pink lingered. Lila whispered to herself,
Colors are feelings, but feelings need balance.
She hugged her pillow.
And magic needs care.
From that day on, Princess Lila still loved pink. She still painted. She still dreamed. But she also remembered to pause, to think, to care about how her choices affected others. And sometimes, just sometimes, at sunset, if you look very carefully, you might see a soft, magical pink in the sky. A little reminder of a curious little princess who once painted the whole sky pink and learned how to make it just right. The end.